Oh, come on. I was on 2, yeah. I've gone back to 3 now just to see if there's any difference. I like the car to slide a bit, not too much. Yeah, it's a nice lap by him though. It made me wonder whether you could get that wide. Yeah. Sound. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Already. track limits on the last lap's harsh, isn't it? Good guys. There it is. I think that worked well with the tyre wear, to be honest. Cool. Unlucky. Back in a minute.
race. He's not in the voice channel, so we'll have to make sure to let him know. So he was P12, so he actually should be starting P2.
He just joined, I think.
Yeah, he did just join.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not the voice chat, he joined the game.
Yeah.
So I was in 4th. They're sort of 13. I should be 10, 11, 10 or 9.
No, there should be one more because there was 14 with Tony. I think we've got one person missing.
I count 12.
Oh, we've got 13 now. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Someone crashed from the Discord.
That might have been Tony. He said he can't make this. He can't do the second race.
Oh, it's 12 of us. Oh, wait, okay, 12, 13. Okay, it's accurate.
Yeah, sweet.
So just to ask again, it's standard tire wear and standard fuel now, right?
It is, yes. Annoyingly, it's not the same settings as the first race. So you
like
can
half the fuel?
You could half your fuel, technically, yeah. So there's just a 5-minute practice when we get in. That was just to let us all get in, but it seems a bit unnecessary.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Good. At least now I can be searching for the limit to not do the stupid spin again.
I'll try and start when everyone else starts as well this time.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, I put my fuel in and then I readied up and I tried to unready, but it was asking me if I wanted to quit the server, and then it went to race and it still had that screen and I couldn't get rid of it, and I was just mashing every button on the keyboard and it went just in time, but then I missed a couple of seconds.
Broken game is broken.
Sorry to ask again, I've already forgotten. Who was it that finished just after Retrolux in P13? Like second last, basically. They'll be on pole.
That would be me.
Okay, so KO's on pole. Okay, thank you.
So I finished in 4th. I should be starting in 9 or 10.
No, you were 3rd, mate.
Oh wait, I was sorry.
So I'll let everyone know now. So KO on pole, P2 is Retrolux, then Quato P3, Dean P4, JK P5, Mr. Moore P6, Jake P7, G-Bear P8, Chris P9, me in P10, Tom 11, Badosh P12 and Noodle P13. Can run through that again in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just try and remember your position. Cheers.
Try and remember mine.
Fucking last, mate. Well done.
I think I'm going to probably drop to the back anyway because I was kind of looking forward to that. So I'm probably just going to do that in the start.
So we have a rolling start then.
Just come and join us at the back if you want.
Yeah, if I'm allowed to do that, I mean, if I'm happy to stay by the rules.
Don't change going
probably
forward. I don't think
great.
It doesn't really matter, no, but it might confuse me. That's my only problem.
Yeah, we'll keep it as it is, and I'll just sort myself out. So we're good.
Can I ask a driving question?
No.
How are people getting round that first right bend? Like, are you just lifting, or like? Because I was following Chris.
Just a
and
small
Chris
step.
was just going round it way faster than me, and I don't
Very
know.
slight lift. Like half throttle.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I'm like aiming.
I was lifting fully, and I just was still just not going anywhere.
Turn in way earlier than you think,
Okay.
and then try and get up on the inside curb, like straddle it, and then then close your eyes and wish for the best.
Hope for the best. Yeah.
Tom, how would you come out of the pit backwards there?
This race is a bit longer.
5 minutes longer, yeah, but it'll probably take us a few minutes to sort ourselves out on the formation lap to get in the right order. So it might be a lap or two longer than the other one, maybe. We'll see. It might be 9 laps, might be 10. Don't really know.
Is it a side-by-side roll and stuff?
Well, with the nature of the final turn, probably not. It's probably going to be single file, yeah. But no overtaking until you've exited the final turn. So KO, once you've got out of that final corner, mate, just floor it.
Wait, so we can do overtaken before the start finish?
Roger
line?
that.
Yes. Once you're out of that last corner, overtakes are on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think single file is probably the wiser thing at this circuit.
Hopefully keep a car gap apart from each other, like not too far, not too close.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, everybody keep close, but as they can, don't make gaps and that, and then just go once you get out the final corner whenever you think you can. But obviously the car in front might not move away as quick as you expect or go at the same time, so be careful.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this car. Did not expect that.
They're great,
Yeah, it's a nice little motor.
especially when you're having a battle.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the battle there, Noodle, but I kind of ruined that, so sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Can't help it,
Yeah.
can you, in these things, especially at that corner.
Oh, mate, once I lost the rear once, it just kept going round and round.
It should be alright because the tyre wear's less on this one, so it should be better.
Yeah, Tinez, you were getting close to me as well once I overtook you.
Yeah, I tried to pick up my game a little bit, but it wasn't enough, mate. You're too quick.
I think it was, if it was like 2 more laps, I would have caught Badosh, but you would have also caught me and you would have had a freeway battle.
Now, please don't start complaining that the races are too short, because last week everyone complained it was too long.
How long was 2 laps?
it was 45 minutes last week for one race. Yeah.
He's asking if he can start from the back. He's better off starting from where he isn't run over, isn't he?
He's starting in P2. Yeah. Well, fucking, I don't know. I didn't see that. Is that in chat?
Yeah, you put in chat.
Okay, if I can say a complaint, and I like to complain a lot, mind you, then I think that, like, why is the quali 15 minutes?
Just to get your foot in.
Isn't that what practice is for?
Yeah, kind of.
Because my idea would be like, the game offers 5-minute private quali, so why not make use of it?
I was thinking.
Quali is more fun.
Yeah, open quali is
What
more
is more
fun,
fun?
but I'd like a shorter quali maybe, because then it might mix the order up a little bit. But
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of private quali unless it needs it.
I'm just not a fan of quali in general.
Yeah,
because
I know.
find it just a waste of time. But I would prefer if there was a 1-lap shootout option.
Yeah, that is cool.
I
in some
like open
combos.
quali more. It's more dynamic.
Depends on the
Just
track and
doing
the
a hot
path.
lap.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for,
true.
for this reverse grid, are we starting the race but then getting into order?
Yeah,
Yes.
so slow first lap is how they do it in KCSL.
Why
Yeah,
don't
we've
you do a 1-lap quali and everyone get into the right order?
Because
Finish.
yes, I considered that. It's doable. That just requires, I think, a bit more coordination, and for everyone to be in voice, and for everyone to actually put the correct lap time in. I know what you're saying, though. You get
Yeah.
whoever's on pole to put their lap in, and then everyone else just makes sure that they're like a second down.
Well, if you're just all
and so on.
following each other, surely you just...
Depends
You'd think so,
this
but
is a bit of a practice one. It depends how soon everybody gets into line.
Yeah.
before we can start. I mean, next week it might be on the 3rd corner or the 5th corner or something like that, rather than the end of the lap. I mean, we could go out the hairpin, I would say, at the bottom of the hill. But it's up to you guys.
yeah, it's not really a known. We might not need a full lap, as you say, to get in order, but
It's still
Yeah.
safer just in case to make it that way.
Yeah, well,
Just
it's better to
calm.
do a lap.
But of course, once we get in order, let's not be like 2 minutes off the pace or something like that. To just get to
Yeah,
the
just
finish
go
line
one
soon,
through.
and in the last sector, that we could like ease off and just regroup again.
Gabrielle's made a good point. I should have made round 2 actual a lap count rather than timed, because yeah, that would have been a good idea. We'll do that next week.
Yep.
So far, I've only got a couple settings wrong, but yeah.
Noodle, are you running? What wing are you running?
I was running 3 after that time, I
Right,
think. Yeah, I
okay.
think it was 3.
Wonder if I should put, because I think I'm still on 1, which is what your setup's on.
Yeah, it might be 2. 2 I was on.
Is it right if I go for
Yeah.
a quick wee before we start this one?
Yeah, go for a quick break if you want, mate. Couple minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
So, Retrolux is starting from the back, JK. Are you going to do the same?
Or whatever's easiest for you, mate. I don't want to.
It's fine, because Retrolux is doing it, so I can't say no to you. So, you and him start at the back. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do. So, it'll be KO, then Quato, P2. Okay.
If everybody takes their place, even because we're doing a full lap, if everybody takes their place, and whoever wants to drop back, just pull over and go to the back.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep a steady 160 kilometers per hour speed, so at the beginning.
Let everybody bunch up first, and then if you're in the lead, you control the speed. But obviously, if you start pulling away from people, if you're going too fast, people might make mistakes.
I try to keep an eye on the guys behind me so they can just settle themselves.
Yeah, leader keep a decent pace. We all just settle each other in behind.
But I'm not going to sit and type all of that out in chat for Retrolux, who also wants to start from the back. So just ignore him. He's going to drop back. Just let Retrolux do what he wants, basically.
Okay.
And you can do the same if you want, JK. So it's up to you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, I think Chris went as well, I think.
Yeah, put a few more things in next week, can't we?
And we used to do this back in the day on Project Cars, but we used to mandate that everybody is in the Discord, because otherwise it just gets a bit tricky.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it should be mandated. I mean, that's what they do with gamers too, because of
I would prefer that. Yeah.
And also, we'd have a zone. They would put a screenshot of the track, and they'd have a zone where you'd form up, which would usually be sort of before the last couple of corners. It would be like a formation zone, and then they'd give you a sort of start zone where the leader could choose when he actually comes down.
Yeah.
Because now, because it helps to understand, okay, when should I expect the leader to start flying away, so we again are safer about it.
It might vary from track to track, but for this one, because of the nature of the final turn, I think it's just once KO's out of the final turn, it's just go.
Then just floor it. Okay.
Yeah,
which works.
Anyway.
I think Chrissy's back.
Yep, I'm back.
All right, you good to go?
Yep, good to go.
Sweet.
Oh, fuel.
Probably a few more laps worth of fuel just in case, because it's 20 minutes.
Take 16 litres and hope that's enough.
This is on normal fuel though, remember? Yeah,
11 laps worth of fuel just to be safe.
So I went through it again. So we've got KO on pole, Quato P2, Dean P3, Mr. Moore P4, Jake P5, G-Bear P6, Chris P7, me P8, Tom P9, Badosh P10, Noodle P11, and then we'll have JK and Retrolux in 12 and 13. They can fight it out as to whoever's actually last.
And it's a 20-minute race.
Correct, yes.
Well, I should be last because...
Oh, sorry, well, yeah.
We'll sort ourselves out, Noodle. I'll go front.
We'll go side by side.
Good luck. Good luck, everyone.
So just keep to the side of the track and let the others through.
I gotta get in front of Bear and then I'm in the right place.
I need to be in P9. There we go.
I'm in the correct spot. So
Are we all
No,
correct?
going through.
Oh, he wants to be last, right?
Let's close the gap. Let's close the gaps.
Just watching track limits on it.
Are we all sorted already before turn 2? Turn 3? Yeah, nice. Well done, lads. Yeah, well...
I guess we can hurry up to the last sector so we don't get
Let's catch up a bit, because we're a bit further apart.
Yeah, we're split up in 2.
Yeah, of course, so it's actually leader slow down a bit, you're right.
Let's keep like a steady speed of like 100 or 80 until we reach the final turn.
How good are we?
Damn it, I got the truck in the pace lap.
Oh no. Well, you get an extra 1 for this race.
What's the Joker lap?
Okay, the pace car is getting. Get ready.
Whoa. Okay.
Good luck, boys.
I don't know what happened there. I just got spun 180 degrees. I was all by myself.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like somebody hit me.
It weren't Jake again, was it?
No, definitely not.
15 seconds behind.
Sorry. I went for a gap that didn't exist.
Should have seen my gap that didn't exist yesterday. Tinez loved it.
Feel free to reenact it.
It was an off-track gap, it was great. I killed 3 cars.
Was that anything to do with me?
Not sure what happened to us.
Chris, what happened there?
I was turning a corner and then I was being pushed along.
Ah, well, behind, okay.
Gotta be slightly there.
He doesn't want to race, he wants to be at the back, then not to speed when we try to open.
I think we both did a Joker lap there, G-Bear.
Yeah, I nearly hit KO. I braked a little extra, caused me to go a bit wide.
Yeah, I had to
Like I
copy
say,
there. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Well saved there, KO. Big tank slap there, mate.
Just that game just stepped out like, what the hell?
Watching them play. Paying attention though.
Sorry.
A bit
Swung
of
out
me,
wide a bit there. I'm going to yield the time if I can. I know I've gained a bit.
You got bump drafted off the track.
second then or something, Kato?
Sometimes it works for me, taking second to there.
Just jackknifed on him.
Ah.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. I always take that in third because jackknife.
Nice.
Sorry if I pushed. Oh, you got an off track. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you off the track. You just have no grip.
Yeah, these tyres definitely feel different from the first round.
They're locking up way easier for me.
Sorry for the scare there, Tom.
Drive through again, yes.
past it changing direction like that, Kato. Very close to it.
That is KO, not Kato. Yeah.
We didn't get the race then, JK. Never mind. Next time.
Yeah, next time, mate.
There will always be a next time.
Nice, Tinez.
Good fight, Jake. JK.
Yeah, looks like he's having fun. Not easy to overtake.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I enjoyed that one.
I thought I might have caught KO, but Evil, you came along and had to overtake me and just slow me down so much.
Well, that was the trouble. Once he's slowed up, it's hard to catch, isn't it? But if you've got to pass, you've got to try and make it stick.
Yeah, when you overtook me, I was like saying to myself, I hope he goes and slows up KO now.
I was going to go down the inside of him, but he did like a double move in the braking zone and I nearly crashed into him.
Well done, Mr. Moore. Nice driving, dude.
Cheers, I was driving Miss Daisy there.
Look at the gap between me and JK.
Oh, woof. 1,000th.
No.
Was that photo finished right on the line?
It was so good. Yeah.
No way.
It was a battle through half the race.
Well, thanks for joining in. Sorry if I was getting a little bit stressed about the whole second race starting thing, but we've got a few ideas for the next round just to improve things. Thanks for all your input, and thanks for racing. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, this was really good.
Good.
Yeah, nice one, Tinez.
Love this track. I hate the track limits.
Yeah.
So, I've already forgotten, but next week we're going to a racetrack that is called Virginia North. Cool, looking forward to that. So what we might do for the second round is I might try and work out how many laps you'd get in 20 minutes and just set it to that +1, so then we've got like a formation lap. We don't need to worry about the clock and stuff like that. Yeah, cheers, boys.
Yep, that was really good.
Very much.
Thank you.
Very much enjoyed it.
Good racing all.
Yeah, very enjoyable.
Yeah, thank you. Lots of fun.